packaging is made from aluminum foil, while most of X products are made from ordinary plastic, and the expired date is also shown on the Love Moon product, which is 3 years, whereas X product or other sanitary napkins in general have no expired date, so we don't know for how long we can use the product and that it could be a hazard to our health. And on the Love Moon package, you can see there is an open and closed seal, so that after we take a sanitary napkin from inside the package, we can close it again, so we don't have to worry about bacteria or germs getting inside it. X product is different. It doesn't have a seal, so that we cannot open and close it. When we take a sanitary napkin from within it, it will then be exposed, so that we never know if any bacteria, germs, or other things damages the hygiene of the sanitary napkins within it. Now let's take a look at the thickness of these two sanitary napkins. The Love Moon is thinner than the X sanitary napkin. And the adhesive tape on the Love Moon product used to attach it to our underwear is using the same material as a bubble gum, so that there are no side effects whatsoever which can cause irritation or other diseases when it makes contact with our genital area. Product X is different. They generally use the adhesive tape from the glue industry, so when we pull it off, usually there are some remains on our underwear. So when we wear our underwear without the sanitary napkin during the times we have no menstruation, even though we have washed it 2 or 3 times, sometimes the remains of that adhesive tape is still on that clothing, which can cause irritation or itches in the woman's genital area. Let's take another look at the difference between the Love Moon product and X product. If we feel them, Love Moon is soft, while X product is rough. And feel the thickness of them. We can feel that Love Moon is thinner than the X product. Now I will demonstrate the difference absorbency between these two products. I will take a bottle full of clean water at a normal temperature, and I will pour it into this plastic glass. I will use this 35 cc injection. Then I will pour it on X sanitary napkin. This will be an illustration of the times we have our menstruation. But bear in mind that during our menstruation times, we discharge dirty blood onto the sanitary napkin. This is just an illustration using clean water of normal temperature. Now I will take 35 cc again and pour it on the Love Moon sanitary napkin. Why do I take 35 cc? Because generally when women have their menstruation, they discharge dirty blood as much as 30 up to 50 cc. Alright, in just a moment's time, we will see the absorbency of it. I will illustrate to you the condition of a woman when she has her menstruation from when she stands up, then sits down, and stands up again. I will take 2 tissues and place it on top of it. I will press on them both to illustrate how there is pressure when we sit down. I press it, then I pick it up again. It illustrates that when we stand up again, this is what happens. The X product is very wet, and I guess that will be very uncomfortable because we discharge dirty blood and not clean water. You can imagine that in this very wet condition, the dirty blood will remain or even go back into our genital area where many bacteria will grow and so on. This is what happens. Meanwhile, the Love Moon remains dry. Now I will tear up each of these sanitary napkins. First, we can see that the first layer is made from cotton. I will tear the first layer. Maybe none of you have ever opened up a sanitary napkin. Here we are obligated to open up the sanitary napkin so that we know exactly what kind of sanitary napkin we are using. We can see the difference here. In my right hand, there's the first layer from Love Moon. It is a one-way layer. Here, the water can flow in, but it cannot flow out again. And this is the first layer of the X sanitary napkin, a two-way layer. The water can flow in and out of it. This is the first layer. Now at the second layer of Love Moon is Onion. This is the innovation product that is extraordinary and can be found only in Love Moon. It functions to omit odor, get rid of bacteria and unnecessary germs, balances hormones and body metabolism, helps the blood circulation, enhance the immune system, lower the stress levels, and detoxification. So, if we use Love Moon regularly, we will go into detoxification. The reaction could be variable and different for each woman. Some might get more inflammation. Some might experience itches. Some might get color or odor on their inflammation. No need to be concerned, as it's part of the detoxification process. There are many testimonials from women using Love Moon who lose their inflammation. They no longer experience pain with their periods, and women who didn't get their periods at regular intervals are now having the periods come at regular intervals. So, that's what the iron negative do, as I explained earlier. Okay, now let's check out the next layer. I'm taking the next layer off Love Moon. Now I will show you why Love Moon has a very high absorption level, and very good as we have seen earlier. It is a liquid absorber material from Japan. I will roll it up for now. We'll see the absorption level later. Now, I'll tear the material of the X sanitary napkin and what this product is made of. Most of the people would think the X product is made of cotton. Let's check if it's true. I will take 2 regular glasses and fill each glass with 50 cc of water. I will take 50 cc for the first glass and fill it here. Then I'll take another 50 cc to fill the second glass. Now let's see what product X is really made of. Let's check it out together. We put product X here into the first glass. I rip open a Love Moon sanitary napkin and put it into the second glass. We can see as I shake it up. The Love Moon product, you can see that it does not disintegrate. You can see that it stays intact. And now, let's watch product X. Look, it's disintegrating. Now, let's compare it. It's stuck here. Now let's compare the two together. On my right is Love Moon. It is completely intact, which proves that Love Moon is made of real and pure cotton. And what is the X product made of? Let's see together. It turns out that the X product is made of recycled paper. Recycled paper could originate from used paper towel, newspaper, or other used paper. Now let's see why the color turns opaque. Because, as it's made of used paper, they need to make it to white by adding all kinds of whitening chemical agents. Surely you know that when whitening agents make contact with our skin, it will cause irritation to our skin. So imagine all along the years of our periods, perhaps from the age of 10 to the age of menopause, we are using sanitary napkin product made with those chemical agents. So that when we have our menstruation, as our physical condition is at the lowest, as we stand up and sit down, and it doesn't absorb, it gets into our genital area. Can you imagine our blood is mixed with those chemical agents and get back into our body for years? 1 or 2 years would not show any effect. Now can you imagine from the age of 10 to the age of menopause, we are mixed with that kind of chemical agent? No wonder women have cyst, myoma, inflammation, and the worst, cervical cancer. Do you know that 83% of women have inflammation, and 62% of which is caused by the use of sanitary napkins of questionable quality? Now let's go back to the absorption level. I put this X product into the glass. I also put Love Moon here. Now we can see together the final layer of both products. The final layer of Love Moon is breathable to enable absorption of oxygen. And with the presence of oxygen, the bad bacteria will not grow anymore. To test that fact, we take a glass of hot water and cover the top. Then we put an empty glass on top of that. And on top of the empty glass, we will see the condensation. That proves the presence of ventilation. And now the final layer of the X product. We can see here that it's very tight and has no pore whatsoever. That oxygen absorption is impossible. Very much like closing our mouth tight that we can't breathe at all. You can imagine not breathing at all when our genital is at the weakest condition and in dire need of oxygen to hold off the growth of bacteria. Now let's see the absorption level. This is Love Moon. It's really dry, and this is the X product. If you see closely, you can see the water is still there. If we press it, it's very wet, and lots of water is still there. Let me remind you again, this is only water. Imagine if this is menstrual flow. I'll put the water into the glass with the Love Moon in it. There it goes. I press it again. You can see the water is still there, but we can see the Love Moon with the water added from this glass, and you can see it's still absorbing. The absorption level is incredible. If you compare the absorption level of Love Moon, it is 3 to 5 times better than the X product. Now that you can see what happened, if you have a chance to choose any product, I am sure you will choose Love Moon. This product is remarkable and received many awards and acknowledgement, such as SGC Report, ISO 9001-2000, Power Brand, Super Excellent Brand, and PSB Test Singapore. In Hong Kong, this product received the Hong Kong Safety Mark. We are very proud because there's not many companies that get so many certificates. We have received more awards that you can check out at our website. Now enjoy the superiority of this amazing product and keep yourself healthy for the next generation.